Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Prehistoric Hunt, where last episode, I think we discovered what is the most efficient and safest farming method of getting currency in Prehistoric Hunt so far. If you come up to this little corner of Tenebris and have yourself prepared to go after Brachiosauruses, you could just spend a fair bit of time taking them down, and we got about, I think it was 808 currency we'd gotten from like the contracts and all the Brachiosauruses we took down from this corner, and that was like maybe half hour to 45 minutes, so I'd estimate maybe you could get like $1,000 an hour there, so that would help you out for like trying to buy and get some upgrades further through once you've like got a weapon that can handle it. It's like the first weapon I think you should try going for is getting from the basic rifle to the hunting rifle, because I remember starting the game, it really feels pretty weak as is, and once you get this upgrade, you get a lot more you can more reliably go after. Like, other weapons I could try going for, like the 700 double, the heavy rifle. But I mean, with this being the 120 and the penetration such it all has, I feel like these aren't really worth going for. But I did get a suggestion of maybe saving up for like some of the clothing you can buy from the main menu that helps you with like camouflage bonuses. But instead of sticking around here, I think we're actually going to go for the cabin, just see what variety of stuff we can get by like tackling what's there. It's like, we don't really have any specific things to farm up for, and the cabin does seem to have, like, one of the most varied options of, like, what animals we see through the area. Like, we've seen Stegos come by, we've seen some flyers come by. Oh, we do have a Sarco pretty close. Oh. It actually sounds like we got something else pretty close, too. Oh, it's, Utah. I'm kind of curious, how did they... Oh, you bugger. Actually got me through the wall of the cabin. I wasn't sure if they'd be able to, like, get in here or not after us, but I guess I should have remembered from, like, when we were on Monroe that the cabin and structures don't always guarantee your safety. But I'm actually surprised how much he nipped off there. That was, I think, 21 total off of us. And the Sarco, I actually think might be in the no, not in the water. It's probably on the far shore. Oh, that's probably it there. Although it does sound like there's other things nearby to deal with too. Yeah, the cabin definitely has like the most activity for one spot. Oh, there we go. And yeah, better use up a first aid kit. So this is why I figured we'd go to the cabin for, like, our hunts for today. Just because it has such a variety of things that are pretty close by to go for and get. Rather than, like, how we just went so focused basically on the Brachiosauruses. I do need to be mindful, though, because with the variety also comes a lot more risks and dangers. Yeah, so we'll head... See, I don't know if that's another Utah or that could be an aloe. I am going... Oh, actually, you know what? One thing I'm going to do before we head out, I'm actually going to throw the good scope we picked up into storage. Because I think I have found... With us not, like... No, actually, he's going to block us off from getting in there now. With, like, not really having a lot of long shot opportunities, I think it will be better to, just use the iron sights on the weapon. I think that'll give us better results as, like, stuff is coming in, in more close quarters than, like, being able to get long-range shots out. Tenebris does lean into, with how hilly and rugged the terrain is, you won't have, like, good long scope opportunities like you had on Monroe. We'll see about getting another Sarco, because they are probably the animal I've gotten the least of on the island so far. We've seen them very sporadically. And, like, this is where I'd expect to find them, more along the beaches and the coast, but it seems like we've had a lot of variation for, like, where they actually, like, show up. Oh, that was him actually making the ground shake. I wasn't actually sure what was going on for, like, the ground shaking there, but that was from the Sarco rushing us. I'm kind of surprised, like, how much impact he seemed to have going. Yeah, here's another Sarco taking down. My guess is the trophy integrity might be pretty low, but... actually wasn't all that much off. No real good vital shots on him, though. That's one thing that's a little tricky is... try and get good placement for that to go off. But I'm glad we were able to put him down without much trouble. We still do have, again, these, like, deep breaths. I think that's just Utah's, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think I saw along the beach there was one of those little berry plants where if we eat them, that'll give us, like, 5 or 10 health back or something like that. Actually, I'll take a Thalassodromius and see. We've seen a few flyers going back and forth along this middle bay, so... maybe I can get another lucky shot from, like, way off and get one down. I thought I'd try. Probably just spooked it off, but... we have plenty of ammo thanks to all the funds that we got from last episode. I probably shouldn't worry too much about, like, the trophy integrities unless I have a contract that specifically states we need to have it high. It is the case where I think it is wiser to just be taking things down than risk getting killed ourselves for it. Yeah, this is one of the little berry bushes, and how much do you give? Okay, I think it is 10. It should probably be more than just 7, but that's all we were missing. No, well, looks like we might have our chance for a flyer right here. Yeah, I gotta wait for the audio cue. Now, there's a hit. And just keep my eyes in case anything's moving in the area. Wait for him to call out. Yeah. Alright. Oh, yeah. So, okay, so the flyers can actually leave tracks. Not that I think they really should be able to, but... that explains how we've had found some on the ground. There we go. Yes, that's a Thalassodromius taken down. I don't know if you're a rare skin or a regular skin, though. How much about... I don't think you're albino. No, that's just the common skin for him. Okay. Simple enough. Got that one down. I guess we could look for a Quetzal. I definitely don't see getting 100% integrity on a Rex. Well, we do have Quetzals that apparently do fly kind of close by. I don't know if any, like, do come right over the bay like the Thalassodromius does, but at least try to keep our eyes open for that. Yeah, I'll restock that. And the heavy rifle at the ready, just in case, but... Okay, no. That's not going there. We might go after the stego to the north, though. I know we did get the weird few that, like, patrolled by the cabin here for whatever reason. But I don't know if we'll get lucky and see them all that often, so we'll head up that way for those. And I figure this is, again, it's just free, we go for whatever's kind of in the area. We don't really have too much control over what we'll see at any time at this spot, unlike, say, if we went here, where we'll probably find parasaurs, brachiosauruses, stegosauruses, and therizinosaurus. This at least just kind of gives us a nice central area to go for anything around here. I still do hear those, whatever they are. Oh yeah, I've got more for Stegosaurus, but we've already got the contract to have to take out 2 anyway. What is that for, though? Okay, that's 3, so... I'll just head up this way and see if any are pretty close to the coast here. But yeah, I don't really think I have too much more to do for Prehistoric Hunt as a series right now. I do think for the amount of content, like all the dinosaurs to hunt, all the weapons to get, the game's good in that place, but it needs a lot more polish and tightening up and stuff to it going forward. That would be my priority for where to address the next updates and development time into it. I could go to other, like, workshop maps or that, but without, like, anything to see that's, like, all that different from what we've already been doing, I feel like it would just kind of feel a little too samey in a regard. Like, you want to have some stuff that's, like, more interesting, engaging that go off of and do, but with how we've been playing, we've kind of hit the point of we're familiar with everything already. Okay, so there should be Stegosaurus pretty close to the wall. Oh! There you are. Still a ways off to go, but we'll see if we can get down there. I figure just try a shot. Definitely not going to get out there. Although, does that sound actually the Stegosauruses make that little huffing? Well, I shouldn't say little huffing. It is pretty sizable for, like, volume. Yeah, the only thing I know of that's this way is that stego, unless there's, like, a raptor hiding. Okay, where is that stego now? It was just at the water's edge, but I think it's probably going inland now. Just heard of Thalassodromius too, so I wanted to mind my surroundings a little bit. Yeah, so I was just down here getting a drink, and now it's broken off and is going back into the island. I thought it wouldn't be too long to go to catch up to him, but given the speed that they can walk at, we might actually not see it for a while. Although it does sound like there's something else up this way, too. No, might be Utah Raptor. I see the tracks there. God, yeah, there's a stego. And they can go pretty steadily if you just, like, take your eye off them for a moment. That's kind of one of the reasons why it feels like you, like, mandatory have to be running to keep up with them. Oh, dang. One shot put it down. Wonder if it was actually in fights with anything else, then. Because it's not too often we see that, like, the dinos actually go down with a single hit. Ooh, but I think it's a rare skin because of, like, the really bright red on the plates here. Oh, no, common, actually. And yeah, that was actually just kind of surprised. No. Aloe, maybe? Again, with how the terrain is here, I want to be careful with, like, dealing with anything making quite that sort of sound. Could have been Therizinosaurus, but I don't know if I want to go, like, walking through, especially with night coming on, with no idea what that could be. So we'll just see if we can find another stego, get it down for the contract, and head back and keep around the cabin a little more. I'm also thinking I might actually want to be ready with the pistol, as I'm thinking we're going to have Utahs to contend with. As much as I want to get that other stego for the contract, I think I actually want to get down towards the beach so I can see a little bit better, rather than, like, being stuck in the bush and I can't see too well what's coming through at us. Like, at least being down here, maybe I can get a little bit of sight of what's coming in before we have to immediately deal with it. Well, there is a stego that might be a bit north of us that could be coming in too. I do admit, I still find it really surprising that, like, your jumping doesn't create a little bit of a burst of sound. Okay, I saw a little bit of movement back there, but I don't think it's come our way. Yeah, we got you coming in. Get those in. I know it's a bit loud, but I'd rather get the guarantee down. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that contract instead of Quetzal, as we'll likely see more raptors in a moment. Ah, there's that one claimed and done. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else moving around right now. It does say basically to the north there's another one. So I'm just going to head over this... Ooh. Yeah, I got a nip on us, but... There we go. Yeah, pistol is pretty helpful for dealing with anything close quarters. You still have to get the placement really good for, like, lungs or heart on it. But it feels nice having, like, the crap hits the fan, just unload a bunch of shots. I know the shotgun... I can't remember how many the shotgun holds. I think it might only hold 4. But let's see if we can find the Stego to the north. Try to take it down, and then there's the contract. Neatly wrapped up. Just in case we do have more Utahs, might as well keep the revolver ready, or... Yeah, the revolver. The pistol is the precursor of it. And we do hear quite a few raptors still. See, I kind of leaning that huff, huff is raptor sound. On the one hand, I want to go for the Stego, but if I get, like, tag teamed by them like I have in the past, probably won't end too well for us. But we'll try getting north more and see. Like, one thing that is interesting, though, is, like, if I can get the lung shot on a Stego with the heavy rifle, it does put them down instantly. I always thought, like, the heavy rifle would be too strong for them, or, like, some of the animals, but apparently not as much. It does make me think that the game could use, like, a better classification system of, like, what dinosaurs require heavy calibers and which ones don't. Whew. You, I was not expecting. But I am glad the pistol, or the revolver, was able to do something for us, but I think you might have actually been hurt before. Oh no. Actually, you were taken down entirely with the revolver. I think that just goes to prove it's good to keep it. Now, we do have Utahs nearby still. But yeah, the surprise Allosaurus out of the bush there makes me very glad that I took Matt's advice from the comments and went for the revolver over the shotgun. I think the shotgun can come in handy when it's dealing with things like, say, Compies or Sarcosuchus. But for larger game, the revolver does seem to be a better self-defense means. No, this is probably the worst kind of terrain to be in. Since I can't see anything whatsoever. Yeah, I gotta try getting out of this and somewhere at least I have some sight around me. Thought I'd come up here trying to chase the Stego, but I think this is just throwing me into more dangerous territory. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna follow that track. It is for the Stego, so hopefully we come across only that. Uh-oh. Could be the Stego, could be something else. I guess the only way to know is just keep going. Oh, and Flyer. I think Thalassodromius. I don't actually know if we've seen Quetzals in the northern areas like this. God, it has chosen to go through, like, the densest possible area. Okay, that says more than 3 minutes in running. And that's 2 minutes in walking, so this is... Thought I... Can't, there was something that, like, popped right in my ear there. I don't hear anything coming our way, so... Ah, I guess it'll find us. There we go. Okay, so that's taken care of. Might as well head back on the road so I can actually see what's around us. And probably get an easy raptor somewhere along the way, too. Yeah, I'll take the road back towards the cabin and see about wrapping today's episode up. I don't think we've gotten as good of a haul as last episode, given how that went, but... we'll take the Therizinosaur, but I don't think they're... there's actually one that's not too far back this way. And if I can at least see as it's coming in, that's another one that's kind of like the Brachiosaurus. All the vitals are right up front and easy to try hitting. It's just I have to be mindful. If it does come popping out of the bush, I won't have a lot of time to unload. Because I think this is just kind of right on the cusp of the territory they like sticking in. I think they were more in this, like, northern area here. Oh, Allo or Therizinotrack? Therizino. And not too long ago either. I don't think I want to follow right behind it. Oh. Okay. This looks like it's kind of gone both ways here. So this is the older track line. So it might actually be coming back this way soon. It should be just basically right on top of us now. Maybe a little bit north. I kind of feel like it could be just over the crest of the hill here. Although I've got the tracks here. Okay, that says over 5 minutes. Over 5 minutes. Kind of seems like it's actually I might be back down this way. There we go. I don't know if it's the same. Nope, that's not the one we were tracking. At least I don't believe it is. Oh, no, it was. Okay. So that's taken care of. I don't think the Thalassodromeus I took some shots at will come our way. So I think we'll just work at trying to get down to getting a quick Utah for this contract, and then I'll have to see whether I'll go to the cabin or somewhere else. But we might as well try to get the last thing that we've got a contract for here. Yeah, I don't think we'll get 2 Stegos too easily. Oop. Meant to click on the map, not take a shot. Yeah, so this road I think will wind our way down to take us right back to the coast and everything. I'll just be cautious because we do have at least one raptor somewhere. Ooh. Might have a few things all around too. Truth be told, I don't know if there are any that close, but yeah, it sounds like I have raptor and something else in the area. I just... Okay, another Therizinosaurus, so I'm glad we took that down before it could get too close. Claim you. Oh, just common small. Actually, what was the trophy integrity with 2 shots? Still 100. Again, I'm not sure where, like, the divides are for, like, what animals are too small for, like, the heavy rifle and what ones are all good for it. Nope. I think there's a raptor just somewhere up here. It can still be hard to tell, like, distance-wise, with, like, the exaggerated sound effect levels. In some cases, that can sound like it's literally right on top of you. Others, it's still quite a ways off. You know what? Maybe what I'll do is call in... Yeah, I'm going to call in the pickup, and then we'll just see about around the cabin, because we've seen Utahs pretty easily there. I'm not going to worry about trying for the Stegosauruses, since one that's being tracked is, like, way over to the west there. But we'll see how we do with this mixed haul. It is quite a few animals lesser than our other one, but maybe the contract variety will help a little bit for it. But in all honesty, it does feel like, with how the game currently is, you can forego scopes to save yourself the funds on that, and you'll generally be just fine going after whatever you're after. Like, it sounds like there's raptors literally just to our right or left here. Just going to see if I can try to find one to bring it out, or if I can just see it moving. Oh, and have the berries grown back so we can get a little bit of health back, too. Okay, so it actually restores 12 health, not 10. Good to know. Gives you a little bit more than I thought it would. I still kind of wish those could be something you would actually, like, pick up and add to your inventory so you can save them for, like, consume when you need, but I guess it's not too bad having, like, a natural mini health pack for, like, whenever you might want it. But yeah, now comes the trouble of trying to figure out where the closest raptors could be. Because I'd like to just get this last one to easily round out the contract for a little bit more funds. Sounds like just over here? Yeah, it's close now, but are we just up the hill? Ooh. Couple of shots. And I think that might have been the only one. Not hearing anything else rush in. So there we go. Although it does sound like there are raptors in the area. And our buddy is still stuck in the side of the wall there. And I guess this is one way to have, like, a little trophy lodge while you're out on islands hunting. But yeah, let's just turn everything in and see what it all gives. So yesterday we got 808. This time we got only 447. So highly, highly would suggest, if you're looking for funds, be up in this corner for Brachiosaurus. They're plentiful, easy and steadily put down, and contracts were fairly common for them too. But with that, and with this guy right here, we will end this episode of Prehistoric Hunt here for today. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series, and if you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave the comments right down below. Also let me know if you guys want to see more Prehistoric Hunt, or if I should look at moving on to something else. Like I say, with having gotten so much of the roster now hunted, I'm not sure if it's just going to feel like it's a little bit too much of the same, or if you guys want to see, like, workshop maps or something else, you let me know and we'll see what we'll do with the weekend series. But we're going to wrap things up here. So thank you guys once again for joining me, and until I do see you all in the next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.